A very good morning to my dear students and welcome to our social science class. So today we are going to start with the chapter that is diversity and discrimination, and this is the second chapter of social and political life. So this chapter talks about already you came to know what is diversity, right? Diversity means what? Variations in among people, their lifestyle, the way they talk, the way they eat, what they wear, etc. comes under diversity. Now sometimes what happens, even sometimes when you are different, you may get some kind of distinction or differentiation, and this can may also lead to the discrimination among rest and you. So this is in this chapter we are going to study about what are the criteria for which people may treat you differently in spite of being diverse. So these are the chapter objective you are going to write. That is, you will know about the concept of prejudices, you will know the concept of stereotypes, then of course inequality and discrimination, the consequences of it, and also the people who are mostly discriminated and on what ground people are actually discriminated. Being big C, as we have studied that diversity is good, but in second chapter we'll also study, yeah, diversity is good, but till what extent it is good, right? So let's see a small example. You can see there are two pictures I have given. You can see in the first picture a girl is actually sitting alone, not with her mates. Maybe there are some differences with her, that is why she is not being allowed to sit in the class with others, but she has been told to sit away from the classmates. So there may be some reasons, maybe there are because of caste or class. However, so this is how being different in the caste or religion sometimes may lead to discrimination with others. And the second cartoon, you can say, like there are 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8, yeah, 8 snowman, and one of the snowmen is like yellow in color, and the other seven, they were actually very alarmed and flabbergasted by, because they saw someone who is not like them. They are not, she or he is not white in color, so that is why they are shocked that how can this person become the part of our group. So the one who is yellow, he has gave a thought, I thought diversity was supposed to be a good thing, but yellow snow is also a snow. So when other snowmen started discriminating him, he said that even diversity was actually good thing, but am I discriminated on basis of my color? So this is because of the race. We will study it. Do you remember Rosa? Okay, we haven't done the particular chapter, so you can see the differences. Okay, and we are going to start with the chapter. Before that, you are going to write about the chapter objectives, and you in a neat and proper handwriting. So let's begin our chapter. Thank you. Have a nice day. God bless you.
A very good morning to my dear students and welcome to our social science class. So we have completed the first chapter of history, and today we will jump to again the second chapter of social and political life. Okay, so the second chapter deals with diversity and discrimination. Already in the first chapter you came to know about diversity. It means variations in people, in their characteristics, in their behavior, in their food habits, in their clothing styles, etc, etc, right? So you see a picture out here. You see a picture out here. So do you see every human is same? No, right? Everyone is different. He is different, she is different, he is different. Now do you see what is the difference between them? That everyone has a normal life, normal, they can walk, they can actually uh, walk with their legs, but then this person, he is a person with some disability, he cannot walk. Now already we know about diversity, but what happens sometimes this diversity can also lead to discrimination. It means that discriminating and differentiating people on basis of some characteristics, right? So let's begin our chapter with a small introduction. So difference and prejudice, let's see. There are many things that make us what we are: how we live, the language we speak, what we eat, what we wear, the games we play, and the things we celebrate. All of these are influenced by both geography and history of the place we live. As I have told you earlier also, see, people who are living in hilly areas, they have quite different lifestyle in comparison to the people living in plain areas. And also people living in rural areas have a different lifestyle in comparison with the people living in urban areas. So you can see the difference between the here geographical areas and also the history. Now, history why we say, because what happened, some places or some people, they are, they have some beliefs and they are intact in their beliefs. That is why we say that people do differentiate in their thinking based upon their beliefs about their past, how they are, and they tend to be like the same how their generations were. So let us see here. You will get an idea of how diverse India is, if you look even briefly at the following statement. So there are 8 major language religions in the world. Every single one of them is practiced in India. So you know, right, what are the 8 major religion? So today you are going to write about the 8 major religion. What are those? Hinduism, then Christianity, Islam, Judaism, Sikhism, Jainism, and there are yeah, there is Judaism, and there are many. There are other two I forgot actually. I'll give you soon. So every single one of them is practiced in India. We have more than 1600 languages, and that are people mother language, and there are more than 100 dance forms, right? So altogether we have got 1600 languages and more than 100 dance forms. Yet this diversity is not always celebrated. This is because we feel safe and secure with people who look, talk, dress, and think like us. So what happened if I go to some places for say Bangalore, right? So if I meet a Assamese friend, I'll be secure. I'll be happy to meet her because her language and my language is same. It means that we belong from same state. So what happens if we find someone similar to us? We tend to feel more safe and secure rather than some stranger or some different people from different class or caste. And sometimes when we meet people who are very different from us, we may find strange and unfamiliar. It often happens. At times we may not understand or know the reason why they are different from us. People also form certain attitudes and opinion about others who are not like them. For example, I can see a picture here, right? Everyone can walk, everyone has their legs. But what about this person? He cannot walk with his legs. So maybe these people may actually see him very differently being an handicapped because he has got disability of leg, right? So what happened? Uh, Sometimes the differences among human beings can lead to discrimination because of the attitudes and opinions. So students, here's the activity, let's see. So look at the statement below that you believe to be true about rural and urban life in India. Tick mark those that you agree. So you are going to do in your book, okay? So do you have a prejudice against rural or urban people? Find out if this is shared by others and discuss the reason why people have different prejudice. So these are a statement. Can you list some of the prejudice that you have noticed around you on rural people? More than 50% of all Indians live in rural villages. People in rural people in villages do not like to use modern technology. So you have to tick it which one you feel appropriate. In peak harvesting and plantation season, families spend 12 to 14 hours working in the field. Villagers are enforced to migrate to cities in search of work. So among these, whichever you find prominent or relevant, you will mark it. Okay. So you don't have to show me, just do in your book. On urban people, life in the city is easy. People are here are spoiled and lazy, means they are spoiled brat. They don't do any work. They just eat and sleep. In cities, people spend very little time with each other. People in the cities only care about money, not about people. Living in a city is expensive. A large part of people earning is spent on rent and transport. So these are some of the prejudice which are being uh, given on urban people, and also these are some of the statement given on the rural people. So let's see in the context. So some of the statements see villagers as ignorant and see people in cities as money-minded and lazy. When our opinions about certain people are always negative, seeing them lazy, stingy, and some of these statements, then this become prejudice that we carry about them. See, we don't know how village people are living, or maybe the village people doesn't know how our life is going. We also do hard work. It's not that life in city is very easy. It's very tough, right? Our wants are more, our desires are more. So that is why maybe for a few, and for me also, this statement aren't true or aren't perfect to define the urban life. So let's see what does prejudice mean. You are going to write about this prejudice, okay, in your copy. So prejudice means to judge other people negatively or see them as inferior. So this is a definition of prejudice. When we think that only one particular way is the best and right way to do things, we often end up not respecting others who may prefer to do things differently. So maybe if everyone is doing the same, is using the same formula to find one mathematical problem, so if one student is using different formula, what happens? We tend to criticize him. We tend not to appreciate him and seeing him differently, that he's very over smart, he knows everything, something like that. Okay, so for example, if we think English is the best language and other languages are not important, we are judging this other language negatively, right? So you should respect everyone and also their languages. As a result, we might not respect people who speak languages other than English. It often happens with every one of us. Okay, we tend to feel that we are always right and others are always wrong, and whatever we do, it is the right thing and not about the others. We don't respect others' opinions sometimes. So we can be prejudiced about many things: people's religion, beliefs, color of their skin, really, then region where they come from, the accent they speak in, the clothes they wear. See, in Assam we have got Upper Assam and Lower Assam. So Upper Assam people may view Lower Assam language as as a negative, in a negative way. Okay, not appropriate. And also the Lower Assam people may view Upper Assam language as negative way. So this is how differences can occur because of some prejudice, and we should not keep such kind of prejudice in our mind. Often our prejudice about others are so strong that we don't want to form friendship with them. At times we may not even act in what they at times we may even act in ways that hurt them. So what happened? We are strong. We are so strong about our opinion, and we start and we keep on prejudicing them. Sometimes they may get hurt because of our statement or whatever behavior we show to them. So first, for today, we will wind up this content, and in the next class we'll start with the new topic. So for today, you are going to write about the chapter objectives, and also in a very neat and clear handwriting. You can show me later. I'll give the date when to show all these things, right? So thank you. Have a nice day and God bless you.